Welcome back to All the Castles, the show where we visit all the castles in the UK. Today we are doing Clitheroe Castle.
Very nice, I like it here.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Fun fact, up here is a giant, massive hole in the wall. I don't know how that got there. The rumour is it's from cannon fire. I personally do think it is cannon fire, considering the actual massive size of that lad. Though, not one thing that I am a bit sceptical of on that from if that's a cannonball, you would think it would have crashed through the wall and then went through there, so we'd have two.
Good thinking,
walls.
Simon.
That might disprove. It might just be that the bricks have eroded away over time.
Yeah. Hello, well, yes, here we are in Clitheroe Castle. There's some debate about when it was actually begun. The shell we're in at the moment is generally thought to have been built by Roger de Lacy in the late 1100s, but there seems to be a consensus that there was probably an earlier wooden castle on the site before that, and that might have actually predated the conquest. The Saxons might have put one here because it is such a natural site for a castle on a natural limestone mound overlooking the River Ribble, and later we'll have a look at the mound itself.
Right, so before we continue, I just wanted to give you guys a good look at something. We've got this massive, whopping, gorgeous view. Just going to take it off wide so you can see all of this. I get a load of that. Everybody needs a balanced diet of good views. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of the video.
Okay.
Right, everybody, are you ready for a tour around the apex of the hill? It's a very nice spot. I like the massive castle around here. By the way, sorry if there's any water that gets on camera. It's a bit of a rainy day. Let's start our tour. So we thought we had to go around, stick around the over. Amazing, it's actually really easy. The main part of Clitheroe all around here. What the smell of foam lights around here? Probably farm here. Then over there you have the castle cement works.
Try and turn around when you're saying something.
Oh yeah, right. So over there you have the castle cement works and the parish church.
Good.
You have all this stuff around here. Probably just more of the main Clitheroe. We're coming round. I don't know what that hill there up here. Is that Pendle Hill there?
Yeah, no, it's there.
That's Pendle Hill. That's another hill that I've forgotten the name of. And it's all just a one massive beautiful view. Personally, I think watching it on a computer screen does not do it justice. So actually come here, come up to Clitheroe to go check out the view. You never know how rewarding you might get.
Okay. Okay. I'm here to point out one or two more interesting features. If you look at the bottom of the castle, you can see these buttresses here. They are not medieval. They were put there by the Victorians to keep the tower intact. So you might think they don't fit, but if they weren't there, we might not have this left at all. So, you know, I think they did a pretty good job. Over here, that was the steward's house. Now that is something like 17th century. It's not a medieval building. The only bits that are medieval are the tower itself and some bits of wall. You might be able to see which, I doubt that there's any medieval stonework on this bit, but we might see some later on. And just looking round, we've got a direct view of Clitheroe FC, the football ground, and otherwise I think Simon pretty much pointed everything out. So
Just gonna get the viewers a nice
look,
view.
look this way, Simon. That, where the iron railings are, that is the original entrance to the castle. All the others are subsidiary entrances that may have been made later than the medieval period, but that is the genuine entrance to the castle. There used to be a flight of stairs there.
Just going back around the wall, you don't need to see the footage again.
Yeah.
But it does look like there's some smoke coming from the parish church, but it's actually...
Yeah.
Right, okay. Let's leave that in. So this here is the actual limestone mound that the castle was built on. It's quite wet actually today, because, you know, raining dirt. It's not raining now actually, that's good. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty old. If there was a way that I could figure out how old rock is, I'd tell you. It just looks pretty old, considering the amount of cracks and stuff that are in the rock.
So I've just stopped here because I think this might be part of the original medieval curtain wall. A lot of it you can easily tell is not medieval, but this bit, I think it's quite possible that at least some of it is medieval.
Is that a raven or a crow?
It's a crow, Simon.
I love crows.
One thing to point out about the way the castle was built, because it was built on a natural motte formed by the limestone, they didn't have to do a lot of earthworks to actually get a foundation for the keep to go on top. But having said that, they were constrained by the size of the mound, and that is why this keep is actually one of the smallest in the country, and there weren't too many rooms in there. A lot of the castle buildings were in the courtyard here, what we call the bailey.
On the sensory gardens.
And the building here, which I think I mentioned earlier was the steward's house from the 17th century, that is now Clitheroe Museum. It's not open at the moment because of the COVID pandemic, but it is worth a visit when times are better. I think it's about a fiver to get in, and it is well worth the money. Okay.
Right.
Well, we'll just bring the story of the castle up to the present day. It was purchased in 1920 by the local council as part of a war memorial to the lately dead of the First World War. Hence you've got this nice statue now standing in front of the castle, and since then it's been a park, and the keep forms the centrepiece of a lovely little recreational facility for the people of Clitheroe.
Money. It's time for a plug. Hello everybody, I know this is interrupting the new bloopers reel that we're going to do. It's just going to be at the end of the video. Basically, we have a Patreon, and Mike MCSG is the name of this channel on Patreon. Please support us. If you want us to get rid of the Fillmore 9 banner, Patreon. If you want us to have better effects, Patreon. If you want us to sort of lost myself a bit then. Yeah, if you want just overall better content from us, please go support us on our Patreon account, Mike MCSG. Thank you very much. Hey everybody, it is time for Simon to go off and do something stupid. Oh, I'm gonna do this maze thing. Let's get into it, children. Foot cam. So, right, left, I'm gonna say the right. Here we go. My end goal is that cute little centrepiece. Some people call this a maze, but personally I disagree with them. It's not really that big of a maze, it's just something that you can follow to get to the centre and then get back from the centre. I would recommend trying it out if you have really young children. Just try and keep off the grass and find your way. Personally, I think real life proper mazes are better, especially ones where you can't see where you're going, but whatever. Going around this way. Foot cam. Yes, I know my creps are absolute banging. Not really. Just pretty boring shoes, but slip-ons make it easier to put on. They're also like really actually quite comfy, to be honest. This is just one big continuous shot of me just walking. By the way, this is the easiest maze because there's no wrong way to go. You can choose any way and still be right. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm then going to take the way out by the left junction. This will probably add about 3 minutes onto the video, actually. There you go, Daddy YouTube. You happy? Ooh, that's the centre. So, pretty close. I think I'm coming up to it now, boys and girls. This is probably really boring to watch, but I suppose it might be fun to listen to my aggravating voice. Maybe. And here we are in the centre, children. This is what we call the centre of the maze here in Malta, England. Hello everybody, it's me, Simon here. Just wanted to say, check out our Patreon, Mike MCSG, and have fun watching our new blooper reel. We're going to try to start doing this more.